One quick question before we wrap this up, because we talk about it on the show too. And Jeron was, we were discussing one time, like he's got so much footage, probably just on a DV tape somewhere that Socrates filmed or whatever. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have maybe like an archival of like footage that maybe wasn't used in videos? Like, because I think now's the time to like release a lot of that stuff, or maybe do something with it. I would agree with you.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I think we do. We did a project 2 years ago where we hired, or we asked a couple people, interns, if someone wanted to volunteer and go through a lot of that footage and and put it all together. And we got most of Misled Youth, all of the makes, whether they were used or not used, we got all of them on like 10 master tapes.
Sick.
Wow.
And so I've been kicking around the idea, like next year is Zero's 25 year.
Wow.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you. We're almost there.
Amazing.
But I was working really hard from about 98 to 2002, and a lot of tricks didn't make it in the video parts. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, like, I wondered if I had enough footage to make a full part that no one's ever seen.
That would be a fucking dope, bro.
Please.
Really.
Look into that, please.
Yeah.
So
what?
But it would be tough to get all the tapes and figure it out. And like in Lee Dog filmed most of Dying to Live stuff, and he has his own tapes. So it would be like borrowing his tapes and going through them and trying to find the clips from this era. But the idea is that what if you released a full part of tricks that you'd never seen before, and you put it to a song that looks like it would have been one of the songs used in that time?
Yeah.
And you edited that way. And then I thought, okay, well, if you got hard up, you could use angles that weren't used.
Oh,
yep.
That's
and
true.
kind of do a mashup of unused, kind of a rough cut to a song. With tricks that never got used. Or they were in like a 4-in-1 commercial. They weren't in your video part.
Right.
Kind of like all the peripheral scraps.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible to take all the peripheral scraps, pull it all together, and get creative and make like a short part out of it?
That would be incredible.
That might be tough, but totally worth it.
Not impossible.
Totally worth it.
Not impossible.
Totally worth it.
At all.
Yep.
And would be
It's
enjoyable.
a big project though, and it's like I get a little overwhelmed when I think about it.
It's an overwhelming thing. Absolutely.
Going through all those tapes. But the good thing is that we'd have Misled Youth, which was probably when I was working the most, or skating. When I say working, I mean I was doing my best skating because I wasn't that involved in business yet. Tomieto was still running Zero. I was just doing the graphics and making the videos.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't until we started Black Box and I started trying to be a business guy that I really got consumed by business. Before that, I was like, driving around in the Suzu Rodeo and filming every day in LA,
Yeah.
And I remember there's a bunch of lines and some footage. Every once in a while, I'll just be driving down the road and I'll think of something like, oh, we never used that. I've probably done that 20 times. So I at least know there's 20 tricks out there.
There you go.
Haven't been used.
20 tricks is that's a great start. Shit.
Yeah, that's more than half a video part.
Yes.
Straight up.
Please do that. Could you imagine?
Hey, real quick, how many tricks do you think should there be in a video part? Did we ask you this question already?
I think in the last one, but old school video part's 50 tricks.
That's right.
And then,
okay.
Yeah, it's 50 tricks in my opinion with 3 to 4 lines, and you cut the 50 down to about 40 to 45. So you have 10 to trim.
See, there we go.
I love
That's
it.
the old school formula. Yeah. That's the old school formula. But
I gotta go back and look at some video parts and see if
Dub's gonna be counting his old parts.
I'm gonna be like, did I make the mark? Shit, 50.
I don't think I ever made the mark.
I mean, but that's a part that's 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
If you're going with like the 2-minute part, then you're like around 25, 30 tricks with a couple of lines.
That sounds about my pace.
My pace is like, hey, maybe 10 tricks, but with a lot of slow-mos.
You're in a team montage or something.
Something. Dude. I'll throw some friends in there.
That was how we did the formula back in the day. But I don't think all rules are made to be broken.
Sure. There's no rules these days. It doesn't seem like there's rules.